Felix was a cat who had everything. The plushest bed in the coziest corner of a grand mansion, a diet of gourmet cat treats, and endless playtime with shiny toys were just a part of his luxurious life. With golden fur and striking green eyes, he basked in the sunbeam that streamed through the tall windows of his home, living a life most could only dream of. Felix was adored, privy to comfort and security, with humans catering to his every whim, ensuring he never wanted for anything. But as life sometimes does, everything changed in the blink of an eye. Then came the day when Felix's world crumbled around him. A sudden financial crisis hit his human family like a storm, catching them completely off guard. What followed was a series of events that left Felix homeless. Just like that, he was thrust out of his warm abode and onto the unforgiving streets, which felt cold and unwelcoming. Gone were the days of luxury. Instead, he quickly learned that survival was no small feat, and his heart sank with each passing moment as he faced the harsh reality of being without a home. The terror of losing everything hung over him like a thundercloud, and just like that, Felix found himself lost and confused, struggling to make sense of his new life. It was during one particularly gnarly evening, filled with the sounds of the city bustling around him, that Felix had a surprising encounter. There, rummaging through some leftovers behind a restaurant, was another cat, a scruffy yet spirited creature with an undeniable spark in his eyes. This was Stray, Felix's long-lost brother. It took a moment for recognition to wash over Felix, who felt a mix of emotions bubbling up inside him. Memories from their childhood danced in his mind, reminding him of the carefree days they shared before life pulled them apart. Stray's life as a street-savvy cat had shaped him in ways Felix could hardly comprehend. This meeting unveiled a mix of skepticism and hesitation, but also a glimmer of hope. The streets were a tough educator, and they didn't pull any punches. Felix, once a spoiled rich cat, found himself struggling to adjust. He faced the grim realities of alleyways that turned into nightly battlegrounds and the constant chase for food. Nights spent under cardboard boxes, hiding from the rain, became common. Each day brought new challenges as he experienced hunger, fear, and isolation. Yet as he navigated this rugged terrain, Felix began to realize something profound. Stray, thriving under these tough conditions with unmatched resilience, was a window into a world where survival meant resourcefulness. Felix learned to appreciate the little things, a warm sunbeam in the morning or a scrap of food shared with his brother. The transformation from a pampered pet to a street-smart survivor opened his eyes in ways he never imagined. As they faced the struggles of daily life together, a remarkable bond formed between the brothers. Through shared meals, even the tiniest morsels felt like a banquet, and conversations, though unspoken, exchanged readily in knowing glances. Felix discovered that laughter, even amidst hardship, created warmth that money couldn't buy. Together, they reminisced about the silly antics of their kitten days. This camaraderie became a source of strength that propelled them forward, as each supported the other against the adversities around them. It wasn't long before they stumbled upon an opportunity, a local market that buzzed with potential. Stray had spotted a gap in the pet service market, a way for them to earn a little income. His eyes lit up with the idea of offering grooming services to the pets of the neighborhood, as he knew how much the local cats loved a good pampering. Excitement danced in the air as Felix, filled with newfound determination, agreed to team up with his brother and take hold of this venture. Their spirits soared, fueled by dreams of a little dignity restored in their lives, and they set to work. The road to success was far from easy. The brothers put in the hard work, mastering the art of grooming and wooing pet owners into their service with charm and sincerity. Each pet they groomed brought another step toward building their reputation. There were moments of chaos for sure, misadventures with a particularly feisty kitty or a wild puppy that wouldn't sit still. But with every challenge faced, their bond only grew stronger. They celebrated every small victory, a satisfied purr, a wagging tail, and even the few coins slipped into their paws felt monumental. Felix had transformed not just in circumstance, but in spirit. From the high life of glitz and glamour, he found joy in the camaraderie of brotherhood and the dignity of hard work. As the sun set each day, casting golden hues across their little corner of the market, He reflected on the strange turn his life had taken and realized it was for the best. Together, they were no longer just surviving. They were building a new life, one filled with hope and laughter, a far cry from the plush confines of wealth. And so, with their hearts full and their spirits high, Felix and Stray ventured forth, side by side, ready to embrace whatever the future held, together. They learned that sometimes losing everything leads to finding what truly matters: family, resilience, and the joy of the simple life filled with love. In the end, that bond would always shine brighter than any wealth could. What a journey they had indeed.